Welcome to Grenada Investment Development Corporation, GIDC. We are an economic development corporation established on March 1st, 1985 as a statutory body to stimulate, facilitate, and encourage the establishment and development of businesses in Grenada. At GIDC, we aim to provide superior business support services to assist our clients in starting, upgrading, growing, and expanding their businesses. We provide assistance to obtain concession, business development services, training, and affordable office and factory spaces. Today, we will visit one of our clients who will share with you how GIDC assisted them. Good morning, Cherise.
Hi, morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good,
And you?
good. I'm good, thank you.
So, Cherise, can you introduce yourself to us and tell us how Sun Hunters started?
Yeah, well, I'm the managing director at Sun Hunters, and it got started about a year and a half ago. Just because we wanted more adventure tours on the island. We wanted to give something more to the tourists to do because I was in the hotel industry. As soon as I finished school, I never wanted to get into the hotel industry, but I somehow got there.
Yeah.
And just talking with the hotel guests and asking them how their trip was going. They always said that they had an amazing time, but they felt like if they wanted to see more of the island and get off the resorts and do more on the island,
Yeah.
a lot of the tours that we had were geared toward the retired tours, and they were fun, but not very much adventure. And so we figured, let's do adventure tours.
So, can you tell us how GIDC assisted you and what was the impact to your operation?
If it weren't for the assistance of GIDC, I don't think Sun Hunters would have opened when it did. It wouldn't have gotten started when it did, and it wouldn't have been the success that it was so quickly. We came up with the idea of Sun Hunters, and we explored the possibility of financing. We couldn't figure out where we would go, like what was the next step, you know? I like to think that I'm an organized person, but I'm really not. And so I needed as much help as I could get. So it was actually my parents who told me, well, why don't you go to IDC? And so I did, and we walked in there with a very informal proposal, and IDC took that and ran with it. It was amazing. They did everything. They put everything in place to make it easy for us. They told us where we should go for financing because where I was going initially was not the best for us, you know, so they pointed me in the right direction. They told me who I should speak to. They gave me information that I didn't even know I needed. You know?
Yeah.
IDC. And what we really, really loved about it was how accessible everybody was. And so because it was the first business that I had ever opened, my parents, of course, had their own businesses, but I really wanted to try to be independent. I was like, I can do this on my own. But when they pointed me to IDC kind of, they did everything. They did everything for me. They really steered me in the right direction. So one of the doors that GIDC opened up to us was investment incentives. Those were amazing. Okay. So the incentives really helped us go a lot further. It's a lot of bang for your buck. It really helped us to stretch our dollar and make the most impact that we could with the finances that we had available. The insurance alone was very, very prohibitive for a lot of other people who I spoke to when we came out with the buggies, they told us, oh, you know, that's a great idea. I wanted to do something like that, but we couldn't afford the insurance. With the incentives, that we were given, we were able to allocate more money toward the insurance. You know, so it really was a huge help for us.
Do you have any plans for expansion?
We always have plans for expansion. In the tourism industry, it's really important that you don't get stagnant. You can't get boring. You know, you can't let yourself just get too comfortable doing one thing. You have to go into different areas, and so we do have plans for expansion. We are currently in talks with Sea-Trek about doing some sea treks. So we're moving from land to sea, but we're keeping in with the adventure tours. So it's important to us that people feel that sense of adventure no matter where they do. When you think about Sun Hunters, you should think adventure. I'm going to explore the island, you know. And so we're moving into Sea Trek. But before Sea Trek, we're going to be doing bespoke jeep tours for families, because the dune buggies, they're prohibitive with the drivers, age of the riders, I should say. You need to be 16 or older to ride, just for safety and the fit and the helmets and so on. So with the jeep tours, you get to ride in a jeep. You can put your car seat in there. If you come with your newborn, throw your newborn in the back seat and his car seat, and everybody goes on the road.
So is there any advice you'd like to leave to our viewers?
Don't not do it because you're afraid of it, because I was terrified. I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, all this money to start this business, what is going on? I was so afraid. I was paralyzed with fear, and IDC really made me feel comfortable. So don't let anything stop you. Definitely utilize the resources that IDC provides, because they are completely worth it. Completely worth it. Don't try to go it alone. They're there for you, you know, to make you better. So definitely use it.
We have just completed our interview with Cherise, Managing Director of Sun Hunters. Please stay tuned for our next feature.